In this video, we'll be finding the equation of a line through two given points. The problem that we'll be working is to determine the equation of the line passing through the point -1, 1 and the point 1, 7. Write the equation in standard form, ax plus by equals c. Two things that we'll need to use. We will be using the point slope form of the equation of a line, and that is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, where x1 and y1 are the coordinates of a point, m is the slope, and then the plane x and the plane y are the variables for the equation. We'll also be using the equation for slope, and that is m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So press pause to copy these into your notes. When you're ready to continue, press play. So our two given points are -1, 1 and 1, 7. So we'll call this point the coordinates x1, y1, and we'll call this point coordinates x2, y2. And it doesn't matter, you could switch those around. I'm just going in order. But this will make it easier for us to just plug values into our equations. So the first thing we need to do, since the point slope form of the equation of a line has to have an m value, let's go ahead and do this first. Let's find our m. So we know then that m is equal to, now we need a y2 value, and we can see from here that y2 is 7. So we have 7, subtract, and then we need a value for y1, and that is 1. And then in the denominator, we need a value for x2, and x2 is 1, subtract, and then x1 is -1. So basically, when you go to do this and you're looking for the slope, you need to take y2 minus y1 and divide that by x2 minus x1. Right, now if we do the math here, 7 subtract 1 is 6. And then these two minuses in the denominator I can change to a plus. So I actually have 1 plus 1, which is 2. This simplifies to a slope of 3. Now that we have a value for our slope, we can use our point slope form. Let me copy that. The point slope form again is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And I have a value for m, that's 3, so I can put that in right here for m. My x and my y are the variables, and they will remain variables. So over here on the left, I have y, subtract, and then I need a value for y1, which we chose to let y1 be 1. And then here the x is a variable, subtract, and then in place of x1, I'll put -1. So now we have the equation, we just need to simplify it. This is the same as plus, minus minus is plus. Let's distribute our 3 through the binomial. So I have y minus 1 equals 3 times x is 3x, and then 3 times 1 is 3, or plus 3. And then add 1 to both sides, and I have, those will cancel, y equals 3x plus 4. Now our directions in our problem was to write the equation in standard form. So you do the math, and if you just need slope-intercept form, then this would be the correct answer. But the problem asked for standard form, so we need to get the x and the y terms both on the same side, and then the constant on the other side. So let me subtract 3x from both sides. It'll cancel over here, and I have a negative 3x plus y equals 4. Now when you put your equation in standard form, you want your x term written first, so we have that, but the x term needs to be positive. So if we run through all of the terms with a negative, we should be good to go. So we'll multiply this term by -1, or divide by -1, either one, doesn't matter. Multiply by -1 and multiply by -1. So when I do that, that changes this to a positive 3x, changes this to a negative y, and then changes this to a -4. So now I have this equation, y equals 3x plus 4, written in standard form, 3x minus y equals -4.